Sea Ray. Every moment perfectly crafted.
Welcome to the SDX 250 outboard walkthrough. So first I want to start with the whole side gel scheme on this boat. So we have a Zone 2 in Kingfisher Teal. So the SDX in model year 20 did not have a 3-zone gel scheme. In model year 21 it does. This happens to be a new color we have on this boat with the Kingfisher Teal. We also offer Neo Mint Green. You still have your hull side and your full hull colors that you can get as well. Now let's talk a little bit about the horsepower that's back here on the back of this boat. So we have a 300 horsepower Mercury on here. This boat will run about 48 to 50 miles per hour at wide open throttle. In addition to that, we have SeaDeck on the floor here. You can see that this is in brown. We offer it in 2 colors, so brown and gray. This boat happens to have the dune interior, so the brown flooring matches it really well. One of the things I've done before I started this video was I moved the ETS here at the transom forward, which makes for a really nice walkway here at the transom, especially around this outboard motor. You can see that I can move very freely here, and it's really nice when the kids are in the water to sit back and watch them play. One of the other cool features about this is when you slide that forward, you have a nice in-floor storage tub right here in the transom. The other thing that's really nice about this, so you have your cam style latch that sucks it down nice and tight, is you have access to storage. So you bring your ski, you bring your wakeboard right off, put it right down in here. You pull in your inflatables, you can drop them right here. We have a 12 volt right here for you, so you can bring your pump and blow up your inflatables here so you're not dragging them through the boat or dragging a pump through the boat. And then you also have a USB back here. The other nice thing about the transom of this boat is the transom speakers. So when you're in the water and you have the Premier audio system, which this boat has, you can turn those speakers up so the people in the water can hear it and the people in the cockpit can't hear anything. So now let's go and take a look at the cockpit of this boat. So here we are on our way into the cockpit of the SDX 250 outboard. A couple of things I wanted to point out before I show you what to do before you get underway. So you have a Fusion control right here. So this is your transom remote to control your speakers here and throughout the rest of the boat. You also have a washdown right here at the transom of the boat. In addition to that, we have a transom walk-through door that you can use to keep the kids and pets in. And then your battery switches are located right here. So let's say you're putting your mooring cover on or your cockpit cover and you forgot to turn off your battery switch. No more crawling under the cover. You undo a couple of snaps and it's right here. So now let's look at this ETS. So you can see here that we have a convertible backrest. So right now we had it in the position of people facing aft. So now we want to get underway. So we're going to flip it to the aft position. There's a latch here that I'm going to pull and I'm just going to slide it back into position. Now you've got an expansive room here in your cockpit. I'm going to come down here, lock it into place. That way it doesn't move while we're underway. So come join me in the cockpit and we'll go through the rest of the features of this boat. So now we're in the cockpit of the SDX 250 outboard, and a couple of things I want to point out to you is first we have a white tower on this boat. You can actually get this tower in white or black. This is a new tower from model year 21, has 110 inches of coverage with a bimini. You can also get just a bimini top or you can get no overhead structure at all. But let's talk a little bit more about the tower. Some of the features on this tower are you can get board racks to go here that mount. You can get some fiberglass panels to go on the outside that'll match your Zone 2 gel scheme or your hull side or your full hull, whatever color you pick, you'd have that insert panel up there. You already have speaker wire built into the tower and they mount up here. You can see I got plenty of headroom and those speakers are going to be 8/8 by Fusion. Then we have the upholstery in this cockpit. So this is dune. So you can see we have the nice honeycomb accent panel here with the espresso accent right here. You also can get an ivory with espresso, still going to have the same honeycomb pattern with the contrast stitching, or you can get a stone package. Stone is going to be a light gray with a medium gray accent here, so it's a little bit darker. So you have lots of storage in this boat, but before I get to that, let's talk about the flooring options. So I'm standing on the SeaDeck, just like on the transom. This is in brown. You can also get it in gray. You can also get infinity, and you can also get carpet. So either one of those 3 options can all be snapped in. You'll also see that we have the glow of the accent lighting here, the blue LED accents. Then we have the table mount. So this boat has 2 tables in it, and you have those with dedicated storage. You'll put the table mount in there, mount your table, and be ready to go. You also have your battery charger located right here. And then one of the really nice features, once the ETS is in the back position, I showed you the storage in the back. Now you also have a storage compartment in the front. So there's a really nice storage compartment here. Again, cam style latches, gas assisted, double A-side finish, very nice features, all well done. So now let's talk a little bit about the convertibility of the cockpit of this boat. So one of the great things about the SDXs is the convertibility of the cockpit. We showed you how the aft converted. You can see this seat is facing backwards. It very easily picks up and faces forward. Same thing with the driver's seat. You pick it up, and now you're in the forward-facing position. On top of that, we also have a thigh rise that comes up and gives you a bolster seat. So when you're underway, you can see over the bow very nicely. So now we've made our way to the helm of the SDX 250 outboard. So the SDX line is very similar except for the 250. The 250 has something very unique to it. Most of the heads are on the port side. Your head here is right here in the center, and you have a nice storage compartment up in the front, or you can actually do an interior upgrade which gives you a window and cushions so you can actually put the kids down there in the middle of the day to extend your day on the water. For the dash, we have our espresso accents, we have our upper and lower visor. Then the standard boat would come with gauges, so you'd get a gauge cluster here instead of the Simrad, or you could do a 9-inch Simrad, which is shown here, or you could upgrade to a 12-inch Simrad. We have the Fusion Apollo 770 on the dash, which is your Premier audio. The way to tell if you have Premier audio is you have the chrome speakers here, and then it's 4 zones like we talked about earlier. So your tower would be on a different zone than your transom speakers and your cockpit speakers, so that everyone could listen to the music at the level they want to hear it. You have connections for your Fusion and USB right here. Key switch on the outboard side to prevent someone from going up and accidentally flipping it. All your accent lights and anchor lights and bilge pumps are all here as well. You'll see that we provide a really nice steering wheel with the Sea Ray logo in the middle. Now let's make our way to the bow. So here we are in the bow of the SDX 250 outboard. One of the things I want to show you, which we do on most of our Sea Rays, is we have a latch here to catch the windshield. It's a nice stainless steel latch, locks the windshield into place so it's not flopping around while you're underway. The other thing that's really nice about the SDX 250 is being able to sit forward. So I can sit here and face forward with 2 people and have plenty of leg room, or if I want, I can sit here and I can face aft. The other nice feature that's up here is having the ability to have a cooler up here and not having to walk back in there and grab a drink from the back. The other thing is we have a table mount and we have our LED accent lighting. You got large cup holders. And then one of the really nice features is the anchor storage area that also has a bow ladder. So when you pull this boat up onto the beach, you've got a nice ladder to climb up and down to get in and out of the boat. Then we also have a wash down. So when people are coming onto the boat, they can wash off so they're not coming into the boat and getting the boat dirty. The other optional feature that you can get up here is a bow filler cushion. So you can make this a very large sun pad. So if someone wanted to come up here and sit in the sun all day, they could. Now let's go to the transom and close out this walkthrough. That concludes our SDX 250 outboard walkthrough. So before I go, I want to talk about 2 new options for model year 21, the Elite and the Elite Plus package. So what's in the Elite package? So you have fender clips, we have our sea deck on the swim platform, we have our LED lighting, we have our water sports tower, and our 9-inch Simrad. Then on top of that, we have the Elite Plus package, which is all the content of the Elite package plus the content of the Elite Plus package. You get the Premier audio, you get through-hole underwater LEDs, you get bow filler cushions, you get a cockpit teak table, head interior upgrade, and a 12-inch Simrad that replaces the 9-inch Simrad. So that's been the walkthrough of the SDX 250 outboard. Thanks for joining me. Look forward to talking to you in the future.
Sea Ray. Every moment perfectly crafted.